really look at the perspective, the point of view of, yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Somebody's buying my life 2 weeks at a time. Now, granted, it's only 8-10 hours a day, but they're also setting goals that you need to accomplish on that. But I'm not even doing that with my own personal stuff. And if you're setting goals out there, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the other people, right? And I was one of them. But, you look at setting goals, whether it's financial goals, I want to have X money, or I want to be rich. I remember when I was a kid, I used to read these comic books. As a matter of fact, I bought one when I was a kid. This is the comic book I read right here, buddy. Richie Rich, because I was a poor kid. Richie Rich. And I bought this. This is an old one of the originals. I'm going to have it framed and hang in my office as a reminder of where I came from. But you look at setting goals and things like that. And that's what wealthy people do, is they have clear goals. And I'm not just talking about you. If you've got a family, you've got a spouse, sit down with even your kids and set things that you want to accomplish this year. So I want to touch base real quick. And Wendy, you've heard of SMART goals, right?
Yep.
Okay. So SMART goals, folks, is really setting the right kind of goal. What is a SMART goal? What does that mean? My goals are all SMART, right? Well, no, it's actually an acronym, right? So SMART, the S stands for specific. Be as specific as possible. Don't say I want to be rich. Well, what's rich to you may be different to Wendy, may be different to me, right? I want wealth. I want, or what kind of wealth, things like that. I want to have $10,000 in passive income by the end of 2024 or something like that. Right. So that's a specific goal. But is it specific enough? Did I say by month, by year, whatever, or just in general, whatever the case may be? Do you remember what the M stands for?
Measurable.
She's got it. We've had this conversation once or twice, right? And when you say measurable, what are you talking about there?
That you can put, like you can measure the success. So it's trackable that way.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's, I'm going to work out 5 days a week and do a streak of 90 days, or something that you can measure, or when it's income-based goal, right, that you have a number to it. Or instead of I'm going to prospect every day, I'm going to prospect and reach out to 10 new people every day, right? So something that you can actually have measured.
Yeah, exactly. And when you measure it, you can reverse engineer it. If I want to make, I'm going to have $100,000 in income this year by the end of 2024. Okay. So I've got the timeline attached. I've got the number attached. Okay. Then you got to back into the activity of what do I need to do that? And so, okay, well, I'm going to make 100,000, divide that by 12. I know, okay, that's an easy way to do it. Typically you're going to have an ebb and flow. So you kind of account for that. But like she said, it's measurable. So the A, that's S and M. So specific and measurable. A stands for attainable. It's realistic, right? Not a soft goal, not a lay down. I know, when I was in college, I'd taken 4 years of Spanish in high school, and I'm like, let me take a Spanish class and get the easy A in college, right? That's not really a stretch goal by any means, but it was attainable. But is it really pushing you? And those goals should push you a little bit. So she had made a comment, I want to talk to X number of prospects or potential clients or potential business partner, whatever, right? Per day. Okay. Have you ever done 10 per day? I know Wendy, and she has, right? She has contacted 10 potential prospects each day. And that's a goal for her that she can attain. And the key there is consistency, but is it attainable? And the answer would be yes. If, the most you've ever made in a side hustle or something like that, and maybe you're doing a side hustle and it's like, okay, well, I want to make $10,000 a month in my side hustle by June. Okay, well, have you ever made $10,000 in your business? Well, no, I've never even made $500. Okay, that may be a little bit of a stretch goal, right? Maybe, and what'll happen if it's not attainable, it's then deflatable, meaning it's going to deflate you and do more harm than good. Would you agree on that, Wendy?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is, you want to stretch yourself, but you want to be able to teach yourself to win and the feeling of winning and get addicted almost to the winning. And so many people I see do the opposite, set such unattainable goals on repeat that they constantly look at themselves as a failure instead. And so you want to stretch yourself, but you don't want to make it something that you can't reach. And I think that's too for big goals. I think it's okay every once in a while to have a ridiculous goal, right? Like you're like, if you have that heart and that drive, that's like, I'm going to do whatever. We talked about this last week in book club, I think. I'm going to do whatever it takes to hit that goal. And if I don't reach the goal, I know that my win is the person I'm becoming in the process.
Yeah.
Right. But on the regular, yeah, you want to have, like, for me, my highest revenue, right? I feel like I always hit this ceiling of my highest revenue ever. So I didn't say, okay, I want to quadruple my revenue this year, right?
Mhm.
But I upped it by 70 grand. I want to surpass it by
Yeah.
$70,000, my highest ever, right? So that's something that's attainable because I know if I've done what I've done, I can do that, right? But
Mhm.
also it does push me to get beyond what I've ever done before.